What's up, guys? It's Beast, and you're saying, "What the heck, Beast? It's March 18th. It's not even April or May yet. What are you doing here?" Well, I'm here to make some announcements of some big things coming this year in 2025. Uh, Firework news is coming. Just be patient. A lot of it's not confirmed, so there will be videos soon enough. But I don't want to get you guys too excited on things that may or may not be confirmed because I don't like posting fake news. So the biggest thing I'm here to talk about is some plans this year and what you can expect. Last year I was very busy and didn't get to do as much as I wanted. So a lot of doors opened, and I kind of left them cracked open and didn't fully take advantage of that. So we will be taking advantage of that this year. So some plans. First of all, I'm making a website. Ooh, a website. Whoop-de-doo, right? The main reason for the website, I don't know if you newer generation know what a forum is. It's basically like a message board, kind of similar to Discord, but not as live. So Discord's great. I have way too many channels on Discord. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Discord channel, but a lot of people come and talk during the fireworks season, and then you guys will ask a question, and it'll get buried within the next 10 minutes. So the forum is going to be kind of a place where you can make posts and ask questions and ask about certain fireworks or whatever, and have it a little bit more permanence to it, if that makes sense. And not only that, I just feel like a lot of you guys are not getting notified when it comes to the fireworks season of when my videos are released. So there'll be like a newsletter, and then also it'll also segue into the Super Pyros, the members for the channel. There'll be more content there for them. So big ambitions I have. I'll probably have to start with TNT. It's not going to be done in this year and in the years to come because I don't even know if I'll be able to complete it. But it sounds like a fun objective to try. I want to try. Let's probably start with TNT just because it's probably easier to focus on one thing. So I want to review. I mean, obviously every assortment. That's the main thing. Every assortment I get my hands on, so this is one of them. Thriller, but also not only that, I want to review every fountain, little firework fountain. We'll get into that. I know some of you've already clicked off this video, and good riddance, because this is a California Safe and Sane Pyro YouTube channel. I'm sorry, it is what it is. I have those videos. We'll be doing a Nevada meetup. I'm sorry, I spoiled it. We'll get into the Nevada meetup. Sure enough, just follow me here for a minute. So there's a lot of fountains that nobody knows what the heck they do, like Miss Glitter. What is that? And then you have Trojan Warrior. Like all these little guys. Who knows if they're good? Who knows if they're bad? There's a lot of hidden gems in assortments. I know I'm very big on assortments suck, but that being said, sometimes there's some decent little guys in these things. So it's my goal to figure out which ones are good and which ones are not. And obviously, that's a huge goal to review every single firework fountain in the world and every single assortment. That's why we're starting with TNT. So whether it's just scouring the internet to find reviews of obscure things that are in assortments, or just unboxing things and figuring out what's inside. So that's the goal. But there's also things like this that I've had forever. Wild Blue. I love the art. They're getting rid of this old school art. I don't even know what this one does. I'm sure I can look up a video, but I've had this on my shelf forever. It's kind of dusty. I don't know. I like jets. It's cool. My favorite color is blue. I don't know. I've kept it forever. I would love to know what it does, but I don't want to light it. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, in addition to the website, I don't even know if you want to call it a podcast, but because podcasts are so overplayed. But I don't want to say people's names other than probably Polar Bear Pyro because he's super one of the better guys to have. Not that saying that the other people aren't. There's other people that I would love to have more of a conversation and have more videos just like this. I don't know if you want to call it a podcast or just a video. I don't know. What do we call these things? So we have the website. We have the million trillion firework reviews. I did a little accidental teaser. I know last year we were supposed to do a Schurz Nevada meetup. And regardless, this is happening. Last year got canceled. I was way too busy. I jumped the gun on that. This is happening. I just haven't worked out the specific date, and I'm trying to make it able so everybody can come. And I know most people would like to go on a weekend, but it's kind of crowded on weekends, you know. So I will, as soon as I figure it out within the next month or so, I will post that directions, how to do it, what you can do. It's gonna bring your own fireworks, or just come and hang out. It doesn't matter. Even if you just want to just watch. I don't care. Whatever you want to do. So that's that plan. In addition to that, I already have videos that I've made, and I'm gonna be releasing them pretty much in May. So come June's gonna be like the prime time month, right? Obviously July. So I'm trying to also figure out some things. July 4th is like the pinnacle, right? Of what everybody waits for. But I love, my thing is I want you guys to figure out literally, no pun intended, the best bang for your buck. So whether it's doing my 4th of July early, so you guys can see certain fountains early, or whether it's just demoing things intermittently and doing that. I love doing boards, but it becomes a mess. Everybody, there's a lot of fountains that have great effects that you guys can't see because there's 5, 6, 7 of them going off on one. It's great for me. It's great for the people that are there, but in a video format, not so much. So I want to focus on more of the review and analysis of that. And I also want to work on content that's good all year round, if that makes sense. I would love to do. There's a guy, a super cool guy that's really big into firework history, and I really want to get into that. And I really want to do, the history of TNT, the history of Phantom. I don't know. Beast is work for Phantom. I can't. I'm mirrored here. What? Jeez, I can't even. I bought this in Florida on my vacation, and I went to the Phantom store just to check it out, and it was a really cool shirt, so I bought it. But TNT, there's some new stuff coming down the pipeline. I have no information on Phantom, and Phantom's always very quiet, but TNT's always been the more progressive, I guess. They're trying to make changes, which is good. So I don't know, for my viewers that have been here for a while, I had a video. I like to pretend. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I don't know. I like to pretend. I used to have a video. It was called Make Fireworks Great Again. I don't remember what year. It was like 2021, 2022. And I talked specifically about assortments and sparklers, right? I had they're like world class. They were those special longer sparklers, right? I think it was the next year or the year after that they released the fairy sticks, which were those sparklers. The year after that, I think last year they released ninja sticks, which was, it was like they were listening. So I know I think it's next year. 2026 is like the 100 year, or I don't know. Math, not my strong suit. They're doing something big for the anniversary of, America. So that's the big thing. There's going to be a lot more changes. And for those of you that are super pyros that are all over the TNT website asking me questions, hey, Beast, did you see this new fountain? I don't have any information because if you watched my live stream prior to this video, we went over and saw that some say California exclusive and some don't, and then we had them in California, so you can't really use that website as a good gauge of what is coming, right? And some things like make sense that they're coming, but they never do. Obviously, the issues with the fire marshal and laws, blah, 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 blah. We don't know. Anyways, so to recap, there's going to be a website. It's beastlol.com. If you go to it now, it just redirects you to my YouTube channel. Basically, it's going to be a hub for everything. Whether you missed a video, you could be on the forum. A lot of people have been asking to make merchandise. I don't really know. Like, I think it'd be cool to make Fireworks Great Again hat, but whatever. There's been some other questions. We were at 9 minutes in the video, so if you have watched this long, you guys are the best. There's a lot of questions about what firework prices are going to be. I don't know. Obviously, you got Trump in office. You got the tariffs. I think it's only like 10%. I don't know the whole China tariff thing and how it's going to affect everything moving forward. But I don't foresee it being too much. It'd probably be about the same as it was last year. It could be cheaper. It could be, a couple dollars more. I don't know. It really just depends on what they decide to do this year when it comes to assortments and everything on the table. I know that they're going TNT specifically. Sorry. They're going to be doing a lot of rebranding. They're really going all out, which is awesome. So as soon as I can figure out more information about that, I will. In addition to that, like let me circle back around, like content that's good all over 365, 24/7, blah blah blah. I would love to do I don't know if I can get permission, but we'll see. just like show you guys the TNT warehouse, and I would love to have just more conversations with them and be more open with you guys. A lot of you guys are some of you guys, not probably not the guys that have been watching me for 10 minutes now. There's the minority that come, on June 28th through July 4th that are leaving very constructive criticisms about how California fireworks suck. But what can we do, right? I'm not into that thing. There's a lot of good fountains out there. Cakes and shells and rockets, all that stuff is awesome, and big booms are great. But fountains have its own little niche, right? Fountains have its place, and fountains can be awesome if you do research and you know what you're doing. And it's like one of those things. It's like not everybody's cup of tea. And yeah, I would love to sit there and do reviews on cakes and everything else, but there's other YouTubers for that, right? There's Cody B and Pyro Nation, all those guys. Those guys, they do a great job and they're really good at it, right? But there's such a we're small people. I mean, California. There's not just California. There's California and Oregon, Washington. There's a bunch of states that only allow New Jersey. There's a bunch of only states that allow Safe and Sane, right? And obviously, certain other states have better, like Safe and Sane states have more lax laws. Some have more restrictive. And I know not every county in those states allow it. Same thing with California. Not every county allows Safe and Sane fireworks. So I want to focus on that, and that's always going to be my focus. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to do it. Like I said, we're going to be having the meetup in Nevada. We're not going to be doing fountains in Nevada. That's silly. I do at some point. If you're still here after 12 minutes, I don't know when it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be this year. I don't know when it's going to be. I would be lying to myself if most of my viewers are not from Southern California. And I would love to figure out a day to come down there and do a meetup. But I have no idea, no logistical ideas for that as of now. So that's in the works. So I don't know what I'm forgetting. Let me check. I've never been a guy to write scripts. That's just not me. But I did write some notes just to make sure, and I know this is very engaging as of now. But the main thing is really expanding also on the membership area of the channel. Everything when it comes to buyer's guides, every single video, especially when we get closer to May and June and July. When I release, I'm going to have a bunch of videos. All those are going to be members only until they're ready for the mainstream. So if you remember, you get to see all the buyer's guides, everything way before weeks, if not months, especially when we get to like May, months before everybody else. So that's also it. And then once we get to a point where we can get more, like right now we have a very small group of members, and if I just live stream for them, I mean, they're usually the ones in the live streams anyways. So when I live stream, they're always there. So just doing a members only live stream is really no different. So once we get a good group of them, obviously yes, it's a paywall, but fireworks are expensive, and I'm not asking for money, right? This is, if you want to be a member, it's up to you. It just helps a lot because the ad revenue is very, very small when it comes to doing, especially fireworks stuff. Especially because this channel is so seasonal and very niche. You combine it with being a holiday. It comes once a year. You combine it to being a very limited scope, Safe and Sane, and you compare it also, then you add it to California, so it's very small. I'm not trying to make millions of dollars, but I would love to do this a lot more. I would love to make it more than just a side gig, right? This has always been my passion since I was 5 years old, right? I love fireworks, and clearly something's wrong with me because it's March and I'm thinking about it, mainly because I was just so darn busy last year, and there were so many ideas and so many things I wanted to do I just didn't have time for. And this year I really want to work towards that. So I obviously anytime like when the website's done, there'll be a video on it. When there's an actual date for the meetup in Schurz, Nevada, which is in pretty much the middle of Nevada. It's if you look up Bad Jack's Fireworks, that's pretty much badjacksfireworks.com, I think their website is. Or if you Google Bad Jack's Fireworks Nevada, that's pretty much where we'll be at, and shopping and buying stuff and doing blah blah blah. So that is that idea. Just wanted you guys to have that information. There's also a lot more that I have planned that I kind of want it to be a surprise. But just wanted to get this video out there for the people that actually are super excited for this coming year. And I'm hoping this year's going to be a good one. I think it is from everything I've heard rumblings of and talking with certain people. But I can't talk about too much yet when it comes, especially prices. Prices we're not going to probably get just because it's a business at the end of the day, right? When it comes to all that stuff, I can probably talk about the new items, not so much the prices. That's not going to be till June, until we get into closer on the date, because Phantom and TNT, they're competitors, and you don't want to. I think it would be good to release prices, in my opinion. So maybe we could see some lower prices, but I don't know. It's always a guessing game with what's going on. But the main thing is I just want to get this video out there for you guys to be on the lookout. I'm pretty excited of what's coming up this year. There's going to be a lot more stuff going on. I do want to do, when we get closer, we'll have a members only giveaway for one of Redbeard's novelty assortment, and then as well as the regular viewers. You don't have to be a member. We'll have two. We'll do some of those. Hopefully Redbeard is on board with that. And then obviously we'll be doing the meetup June 28th, like always, probably in Roseville. And then we'll try to circle back and go to Fireworks Unlimited. It's just so hard because you got to go all the way to Roseville and then back you got to go all the way to Modesto. So it's a couple-hour drive, and usually it's during traffic time, because I think the 28th is what day is? Isn't it on a weekend? If it's on I think it's on a weekend. Let me look. June 28th is on a Saturday, so that usually means stands are going to be popping. A lot more people are going to be going day one, and a lot more stuff's going to be sold out day one if it's on a weekend. So it's on a weekend, so whew. So it's a lot to take in there. So definitely a lot of pre-planning, you got to get there early. It's going to need to be done this year. Obviously, my SoCal peeps, some people can't buy it till July 1st, which that's on a Tuesday, which it's usually ends up on a weekday anyways. But yeah, this video is getting long. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I ramble. I'm not a script writer. I'm not your typical YouTuber that sits there and reads from a teleprompter and sits there with fancy lighting and all dark and serious. When we do our podcast / talks, maybe it'll be a little bit more constructive, because I tend to ramble a lot, and I need to have the person on able to talk. Because if I just sit here and ramble, you just watch my live stream. You can watch me ramble. Speaking of live streams, we'll be doing a lot more of that this year too. So, hopefully. A lot more in and out streams and everything. I don't know why everybody loves those in and out streams, but just wanted to give you guys a quick update. So just hang in there. Videos are coming. You'll see a lot more. The members of the channel will see a lot coming May and early June, and then there'll be an explosion of content mid-June. Like you guys will probably be annoyed with the amount of notifications. So be on the lookout for the website. I haven't made a website in forever, so I'm still working on that. So be patient. I got to get all the kinks out. But that being said, 20 minutes in, what do you guys want to see for the people that watched or skipped to the end, I don't know, whatever you guys did, whether you watched it all, whether you skipped to the end, leave in the comments what you want to see. And this is where I become that YouTuber. Make sure you like and subscribe. No, but for real though, you guys commenting and liking and making sure you're subscribed, like 90, especially during the typical season, like 95% of my people that watch aren't subscribed, which is a big deal because making content's a lot more fun when you have a lot more engagement. So if you guys that are watching this early can make sure, you don't have to do it every video. I know it's asking a lot, but just make sure when you watch one of my videos you like and comment, because the algorithm is weird, especially when you're a smaller channel with only 5,000 subscribers. Like, YouTube will allow your videos to be seen for a little bit, and then if there's like no comments and no likes and no engagement, it just shuts it off, and then there's nothing. So like a lot of the demos and smaller, shorter videos, they usually die out because people just go, they watch it, and they look at it, and they're like, oh, that's a cool fountain, and they move on. Which is fine. If you want to do that, I'm not asking you to do anything, but I'm just saying, if you want to help me out, that'd be great. Like and comment, make sure you subscribe. Obviously, if you watch this video, you're definitely subscribed to see this in March if you're a pyro. Anyways, as always, I love you guys, and I will see you very soon.